Science of today is technology of tomorrow. What it brings in the mind is what innovations we are doing and how it can be change your whole future in terms of what we are thinking, what we in the progress, and how we are dealing with. These are the terms which I can say every engineer, every innovator thinking about. We are calling one of the important and a distinguished guest among us. He is an entrepreneur, creator, a developer. Ted Solomon, sir. Masters from Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science and Aeronautical Engineering. He is a trainee in Hindustan Aeronautical Limited (HAL), and one of the important and the main aspect is he's the founder of Aero to Astro startup, which is a very distinguished and I can say one of the prominent startups in South India in terms of aeronautical engineering and the development in UAVs. He is also recognized by the New India Express as a 40 under 40 India's most vibrant entrepreneurs in South India. So one of the important aspects, and he's a creative person. So welcome to have you, sir, on this podcast session.
Thanks Rajat for inviting me for this interesting podcast where I could share some of my experience. And thanks once again for the good introduction. So that was amazing to hear once again what I've been doing it. So that's one of the motive behind that. So as I've started it, so that creates a motivation towards the field of aerospace that people when they pursue about startups or entrepreneurship, they don't see aerospace as a startup because it's a very capital intensive and takes a lot of time because you any product you build here it is not a 6 months product or a 1 year product. Any product you build over in an aerospace it's a long time journey of about 10 years 15 years where you get into the industries and build it. So people as a student when they get into aerospace obviously they wanted to build something, so they get the thing what they get like where would I get my money like funds. So financially how do I run my startup. So in order to break all those myths and okay, so without any funds how do we started and how we have been in the field for like for 3 years 3.5 years with and you'll go get to know all those things as our podcast is going on. So hope to see few of your questions I'll like to answer.
So means you are developing a type of a SpaceX in India and hope creative Elon Musk and we are maybe hoping for a future Elon Musk. So what is your educational journey? Means my audience just want to know a brief uh, intro about your educational
Okay.
journey, how you have started and what do you think?
Okay. So as everyone, so like after your 12th, what I'm going to do. So I wanted to was thinking like how things started was like I was very fond of about flying kites. So that was my first flying. I wanted to see something flying. So that's made me so crazy about things which is flying. So I wanted to do something in flying, and I always want of going out to the space and traveling to something which no one like that easy to do with something. So that makes me to thought about doing about aeronautical and aerospace. So I end up doing undergraduate in Hindustan uh, as an aeronautical engineering in BTech. And after doing like that's the craziest part. Like after we joined, like we started with a lot of enthusiastic. I joined aeronautical, and my first 2 years of my career, like I didn't spend much time of aeronautical. As everyone does, I was enjoying my college life, running out with friends, hanging out in different places and making some fun. So in my third year, I got a good one of my mentor who changed the starter, who put an initiative towards me to start do something about aeronautical. Um, from now on, like maybe in my first third year, like the sixth semester, he initiated me to do something about aeronautical. So that's when I start to start like actually doing about aeronautical. In my first 2.5 years, it was like more of fun. So that as I started to do something about aeronautical, and I got more and more into like crazy about things, and I wanted to do something more. So as it went on in the like in final years, I was developing on a product, so which is something related to UAVs, where I wanted to develop that as a product. So that's where the key, uh, which led us to start the startup actually. So I was doing on a project which was about an UAV for a defense, which could be used in the war kind of field. So that was one of our products. So from then I started my startup. So I was in my final year. I got an idea about this particular product. In order to I had two options: either I can get my job or I can get my product to be developed by myself. So we filed a patent against it in my final year. So that's was moving on as I started my startup to develop that, but things were not moving good in the phase of developing that particular product. And then I started going a lot of training. So I was good of aero modeling and space modeling, building rockets and those things. So I started, and as moving on, I did my masters. So masters in the same university along with my startup. So my academic, if you say like, it started in as an undergraduate, and then moved on to the startup, and then back again, parallelly running my startup and parallelly being a student. So it's a like good of mixture, like being a student, then to a entrepreneurship, and then back again to a student, and still continuing doing. So this was
Yes.
like this got a lot of time to interact with students. So that gave us a wider aspects where to interact with students and get to know. And so thinking about like everyone thought about this particular initiative as their own initiative, that gave them a bigger a motivation towards joining us. So that's how my academics went on, and it's been like 4 years now to from which I've started my project in startup.
That's seriously a great thing, sir. So I just want to know whether what kind of means the current projects and the development you are involved in right now, and how you think means you are also working on drones, or means in the UAV, aero modeling and rocketry science.
So to give you a understanding about us, it's like it's a bit complex nature what actually we are getting into. So I'll
No,
give
no,
you
no,
a
means
small
you can
intro.
just try the basic idea so that the students who directly wants to know about your means, if they want to apply
Yes,
as a means, if they have done the aeronautical engineering and that kind of aspect, so they get some idea
okay,
that what kind of means working and the domains you are working, so that they can go for it. That's why we are asking these
okay.
things from
So
the guests.
understood us is we work on two research areas. So it's a basically an aerospace research startup where we operate on two different domains. One is drones and the other one is rockets. So when we talk about drones, we work in the areas of AI application solutions based drones. So where we could build AI drone along with an AI application, which could be used in different industries as in one step, one one end solution. So where you automate all your entire process of your inspection, your survey. So where like an entire product suite will be built on. So you have your own AI application drone, like AI drones built. Along with that, we have an application which will run along with that to process all your data is being built. So that's one of our key research area where we work in the drones. And the other one is about rockets. So in rockets, what actually we aim towards is so we wanted to build a small payload launch vehicle which could put payload onto the orbit, about like payload of about 300 kgs to the orbit, um, with a different technology. Like currently there are a lot of different technology which they have been trying out. So we wanted to come up with our own launch technologies, as well as our propulsion technologies and a more advanced technologies than what current, and it's not being used in our current aerospace launch vehicle industry. So that's one of our other key research area where we are working into. And apart from that, we also work in the field of aerial services. So we work as an aerial service providers to private and government projects as a third party service providers. So we do aerial filming, aerial survey, aerial mapping. We have worked with during this corona COVID-19 period, and we have worked in couple of lot of other surveillance projects as well. And uh, and the other side of us is we have been into the training sector as well. So we were doing in edtech, so we were doing training programs. So we were doing training programs on aero modeling, space modeling for the school students and college students, as webinar programs, online programs, and we have done we do offline programs in the campus. We do run a year-long program for the students to engage them into the field of aero modeling, take their hobbies to a next level. And
So means I just want to know whether means if you are from the aeronautical engineering, you know the aspect. As if I am a means I am an electrical engineer, as a mechanical engineer, they have some interest in learning aero modeling, UAV. What kind of skills they have to require and how they have to start? Means from the scratch onwards. Can you brief that? Can you tell them so that they
so how to start with aero modeling?
means
So
like if from
so
the different
actually,
domains, how they can connect with this thing and how means how they have to what are the skills they have to learn.
okay. So so basically aero modeling is about hobby actually, so that's how it came into the field. But it's more than a hobby, so you can replicate the exact similar aircraft which is flying in air for the passengers. The same exact replication of their small scale aircraft could be built and flown. So that is that's much more, if you see in that way, it's much more than what you see it as an hobby. So when we started as a hobby, it starts from a small paper plane. That's also an aircraft, like you can consider them as an aircraft, which is going because it's capable of flying. So
We are
anything
making
which you
it
are
as in a playing surface, and in the normal in our homes, we are doing that with the paper, the rough paper which we have used. Yes, yes,
yes,
that's great.
for a for a small kid to when he for him, that's an aircraft. A single paper convert with craftsmanship, like he converts that to a flyable paper, so that makes an aircraft. So that's where it starts. So anything which you want to do in aero modeling can be started from a paper. So you can name them from paper planes, you can name them glider planes, you can there are a couple of different variants which you can call it in gliders. You have control line planes, which is a controlled aircraft where you can fly them in a very controlled nature. Like if you feel like you don't have a bigger field, so control line planes could be flown with in a very small area where you could fly the aircraft. So that's one of the other category. And then comes your RC aircrafts, and then comes your scaled planes, then your engine planes. So in India, like actually the engine planes have not reached to a stage where everyone started using it. But when as it like an RC controlled plane, like your electric powered planes are being flown mostly. So if they wish to start, actually the first point could be they need to go and start. So if
Yes.
so that's where it actually starts. So yes, so so like when you talk about aero modeling and online, so we have a couple of online resources available for them. So there is one good resource to go on will be a flighttest.com. So where
Which
when
one?
I
Which one,
started
sir?
aero modeling, that was one of
Which one's
flighttest.com.
flighttech.com?
Flight
Flight?
flight test
Achha,
test.
flighttest.com. Okay,
Yes,
okay, okay.
yes.
Okay, okay.
So that's one of our was my key resource where I started with. So
So how you think that he means like in aeronautical engineering, which is I think so students are starting this kind of a trend means aeronautical engineering from I can say APJ Abdul Kalam sir is also trying to work on how the things goes around and basically the students are having some of the means not focusing on the aeronautical engineering, which is a main aspect I can say. So how what are the trends and what are the I can say our guidance tips for the colleges also to means enhance these kind of practical I can say a practical application based engineering. in more in the colleges. Like basically, this is all about your practical skills. And
As you said, like how people get into the field of aerospace and startups and all. So that was our one of our key initiate motivation point which we had it when we started Aero to Astro. So what we actually was doing is, so I finished my graduation as I said in the initial. So I wanted to start. So I was alone. So I started it. So I started wanted to do something in aerospace. So at that time, I had a the motivation factor was like I had two things. I can get a good job, like I have my degree, I can go for a job, and I have if other ways to get into the entrepreneurship and build some of my own products. So which convinced to me between both of that. Okay, so if I get into job, so I'm going to be in an aerospace company or any of the UAV companies where I can get into the fields and work and gain knowledge and proceed further as of in my career. And the other one as an entrepreneurship, okay, fine. So I'll put my time, efforts, and all those things. In the long run, I felt okay. So this could be a learning point and which could motivate a lot of other aerospace students and engineers to start their own uh, um, careers or startups in the field of aerospace. So that's one key point which I had. Along with that, okay, so if I am able to be a successful aerospace startup in the long run, we have built that aerospace company, or we'll be in a position to engage all the passionate aerospace engineers who are going to graduate in our own firm. So as we all they say like there is not much opportunities about for an aerospace engineers in the so like when you call about like ISRO is the space as well as UAVs, there are a lot of companies who have already partnered with a lot of academic institutions in order to develop a few of the products which can go into the like a lot of like even DRDO works, ISRO is working, even HAL. They all work with different institutions in order to build some of the products, because you might have seen this small CubeSats. A lot of CubeSats are being built by a lot of institutions. So, but like the thing is, all these opportunities of working along with an industries are being with one of few of the premium institutions, as you might be knowing.
yes,
So if it could be IITs and NITs and all
ISTs,
these
IST.
premium colleges about which operates on the from the government sectors. So that's where they get to work initially, because it's all those products which goes into the aspects of building a product for the defense sector, could be a launch vehicle sector, and all are more secured and need enough facilities in their institutions in order to build those products. So they give you the proposal to build a product, like they will have for in order to work will be not sufficient enough. So instead of going and like spend time on finding what exactly you wanted, and then spend time on it, and third year spend your 1 year and learning things, and your near final year you should be able to lead a team where you could build something on your own. So
Yes,
that you are a round aspect of your learnings in your 4 years. So you will know what you wanted to do, and you have learned, uh, specifically spend your time in learning what you want, and then you have worked along on your goal, what exactly you wanted to build a career. That if you get on to, if you really wanted to get into start, you can get some of your experience from your, as you've been in the academics, there might be the business administration department, get along with them. So there you could learn things about how to get things, because always it's not one way game. So it's not only you build, you are a technically expertise, build your product. It's not if you're not able to get that into your market and sell them, you make a product validated,
that's the
and make
important
sure
thing
that
which you have to be initialized for, and
yes.
how it
So
goes.
if yes, if you wanted to come up as to the market and make a successful product with a lesser time, that's the key area where you need to work. You work along with your product, and along with that, the skill which you wanted to learn is how to build my product to this standards which market needs, and are we
Yes.
really solving a problem? See, if there is a problem, there is always you can come up with a solution. If you
Solution.
are how niche you find your problem statements, you can appropriately solve them with your solutions. That's where you get to see your success faster. Like
That
the point which you brought, funding. So when I started, I don't even have enough fund to register the company actually. So that's how we started. So where
everyone
with
has this
nothing.
problem. Yes, sir.
Yes, I started with nothing, and still, I don't say we are financially very great now, but we have built a network. So we have built, been in the field. We have built because we are now about like 60 to 70 people working in different aspects of our product. So maybe let's be in
Means you are
UAV
creating
department.
you are creating a type of a network where means like I can say means I have also these kind of experience that if you have a good network, the funding will arise because now the condition now that thing goes like if you have idea you can get a funding, but for if you have a good product like you have plus you have a good community, then the investor can think about this thing that yes, I can put my money and this money cannot be wasted. Yes, yes. That's a
So
great.
we have been from like been a lot of investors. So we have been working with a lot of investors in raising funds, and in aerospace company, so how capital intensive, so how much would have been our pitch for. So a lot of places with regards to investors. So if you are able to give them a proper validation for any of your idea, they are ready to fund. So that's where we are looking at things. So we cannot say that funding is not available. After
Yes,
we
yes,
like
yes.
even we haven't raised a lot of funds, but as of point, like we have seen people are ready to invest on you if you have a really good product which has a which is specifically for a particular problem statement, and you solve them with your solution. They are ready to invest because a lot of initiatives from government side, from private investors and individual investors, there are a lot of investments are coming up. So the thing is, a specific investment which you need to tap the right investor.
So at the last,
Okay.
I can just want to know the sir, uh, how the thing it goes when the student wants to become an entrepreneur, and some suggestions for the students that they want to start in this entrepreneurship journey or they want to get into the aeronautical side. So can you give some important points or the suggestions?
Yes, yes. So when you like any student who wish to become an entrepreneur or who wish to build a good career in the field of aerospace or an aeronautical engineering, so which I feel personally. So aerospace or an aeronautical engineering is not about money. It's more about passion. So if you have real passion towards aerospace, aeronautical engineer, that's where it takes you into the journey of aeronautical engineering. So as a student, so when you wanted to build your career in the field of aeronautical, make sure you pick your necessary the specific point. uh, in aerospace engineer, what exactly I wanted to do. So yeah, I wanted to become a design engineer, or I wanted to become a propulsion engineer, because when you talk about aerospace or aeronautical, it's a wider aspects of systems domains comes together in order to build one specific product. So pick a specific niche area where you wanted to build your career on. That will really help your pursuing your career in the long run. And when you wish to start your own startups in the field of aerospace, that should be really awesome thing which you could do it in your academics, along being a startup and being student in academics will be a real good opportunity for you to experiment all your mistakes, because as an entrepreneur you are going to make mistakes. Start aerospace startup or aero startup, or you start drone startup, let it be any startup, when you have your passion to start something on your own, and you wanted to grow that into a bigger company and all. So first step to that is start it, and
Yes.
then like along with that starting point, you need to go figure out all your problem. Which problem are you really solving it? That's the key, very important thing in your starting point or your career in the field of startup. If the idea to your final product and getting into the markets, your team is going to travel along with that. In order to when we you can start your startup without no funding, but without a team you cannot proceed further in your product development. So a very important thing will be about a team. So building your team, that will be very important. So finding your problem statement which you want, where you wanted to actually build your product, and then finding a right team. All other things comes and fits onto your place as you start focus on what you are going to do. It's your fundings, your the technical expertise which you want, because all those are external factors which needs to get added. So you have a right team, you are big, wanted a technical expertise. Always you can reach out to people who have experience in the field, to either who are been in the research of that particular domain. You wanted funding, you can reach out to your friends, family, you can reach out to your investors. But in order to convince them, the factor which is going to be you is the confidence which you have, the belief which and make you others believe in you, make your
That's a great motivating thing which you have said,
an
sir.
entrepreneur.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much that you have accepted our invitations, and from your busy schedule and giving so much time and telling about everything which is related to the startup, the entrepreneurship journey, and motivating our student and the audience and everyone, and also telling the skills about how they have to means brush up their skills in terms of in an nautical part, and even they can go for it and anyone can apply and we can do these things. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Rajat, for inviting me. I hope people who are going to view this podcast will see that like as a useful session where they could have grasped some of the information.
Thank you
and
so
I hope
much, sir.
you also be a good entrepreneur in the coming days.
Hopeful, sir. Hope for the best. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.